Hey Michael, thanks so much for sitting down with me today.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'm glad. Yeah. I'm glad this is like better weather because it was like raining earlier this week, so this is nice. And tell me a little bit about your story. What got you into engineering? What got you into like going to UCI?
Yeah, so I guess just getting to UCI. Out of high school, I applied to a few different places, but UCI I actually got a 2-year scholarship.
Let's go.
Yeah, the Chancellor's Excellence Scholarship. So
that's awesome.
In all honesty, my plan was to kind of just like
run.
No, yeah, I was gonna come here for 2 years and then like transfer to UCLA or something and be closer to home. And room with a buddy. But I got like pretty involved here. And I honestly just like came to like really love the place. So I decided to stay. And I'm very happy that I did. There's been a lot of stuff that's going on here that I just think is awesome, and like I'm really like just glad to be a part of it.
And what got you like into the rocket project? Because I know like there's a lot of senior design projects, and like there can be a lot of interesting ones. And I know for your story in particular, you've like kind of a jack of all trades. You do like the operations stuff. You've done like launch vehicles. You were there for the launch. Like what kind of has led you through all that? My
interest is primarily in like space exploration technologies and stuff. So I think that like one of the main things that I've been interested in is like learning about the perspective that I will need for like when I actually work on like innovating like such technologies, right? So one of the big things is like from work on rocket, like I've learned that like some of the technological limitations like primarily come from materials, and so that's one of the big things that I'm really interested in now. Like I've like developed and like grown that love for materials, like because I just learned a lot from rocket and like personal research and stuff. So that's mostly what I want to like focus on.
And I know you're really interested in like lots of entrepreneurship. How has that guided you, especially as like operations lead?
Yeah, so actually like I've always just like enjoyed chatting with people and like socializing. I feel like you just learn so much from talking to people.
Exactly.
And there's just like a lot to actually talk to people about, and like you can make some really good connections and actually like make leave a good impression with someone just from like chatting with them, like taking the time out of your day to go chat with them. So that's one of the big things that I learned. Like being like ops lead and stuff, like I'm really interested in corporate outreach. So that was one of the big things that I really enjoyed. Another big thing is like my sophomore year, I was involved with the engineering student council.
Let's go.
And my sophomore year, I just reached out to Dean Eggerstedt to meet with him, just like to chat with him about like him and like my personal like interests and stuff. And like it was a really good meeting. He's actually like really open to just chatting with people, which I think is awesome. Like I never once expected to be able to go and like talk with a dean, right? But like making that sort of connection has been like invaluable, honestly. Like because then after that, I ended up being able to get him involved with Rocket Project, and like that really, like he's been like one of our like strongest supporters. So that's been like actually a really like personally a very rewarding thing to see, because I'm like it just makes me feel happy that I was able to like help initiate something. Like something like that.
The ball rolling.
And he's been a very big supporter in terms of like my interest in like graduate studies and stuff. So
that's awesome. And that's your kind of goal after is to do PhD.
I'm waiting to hear back from programs right now.
Dr. Michael. That's really cool.
I'm mostly just excited to do the research, to be honest, because like one of the main things that I'm interested in is like a lot of like materials and manufacturing, right? I think that like in that field there's a lot of room for like context. I took a nanorobotics class, right? And we talked about like a lot of like things that you have to consider and think of at the nanoscale that's not applicable to like a much like larger scale. So it's very similar with material science. Like there's a lot that can be done at the nanoscale, but when you try and scale that up to like if you like trying to get like a microstructure or something, like you're not going to get the same properties and like behavior as you would at the nanoscale, because there's a lot more variables that come into play. And so that's one of the main things I'm really interested in is like upscaling effects of like nanomaterials and stuff, and especially how we can take the advantages of some of the like like nano materials that we have, and like say like carbon nanotubes or something, like those are amazing. And like taking advantages of those, but applying them to
aerospace,
to like aerospace and like just like a larger scale of like materials, like say we can get like benefits of like GR 42, for example, a copper-based superalloy, and like incorporate something with like carbon nanotubes, like carbonized polymer dots, because they help a lot with like preventing interfacial debonding. So like maybe that's a way to actually like help prevent some of that like debonding as you like upscale it, and like I don't know, like that's just the stuff I'm really interested in. Like I really want to work on that.
I can't wait to see you work on like the new manufacturing style, because I know how passionate you are about like especially at all the conferences we've been to, just like all the conversations you've had with people, and like, you know, tell me about this machine, tell me about that, and like I know you're gonna do so many great things with that. So yeah, thank you for sitting down with me today.
Yeah, no,
appreciate you, bro.